All right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode on Antonicus Aurelius Motivates, my channel here. And I'm glad to be back with y'all again today. Happy Monday, man. About to get out and do the walk and talk thing again today. And y'all already know what we do every time. We do a topic of the day every day. Then I get out, I do my walk and talk thing, break the topic down for you, tell you how I feel about it. We have a little discussion over it and all of that, like we normally do. And then, afterwards, after the video, if anyone would like to leave any positive feedback in the comment section below, I appreciate that. I appreciate all the likes on my video. If you're new here, press the subscribe button, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell so you can be notified when I drop a new video. With that being said, you already know what I do every time. I always give a little introduction about myself and my channel. Okay, so I'm Antonicus Aurelius. This is my channel, Antonicus Aurelius Motivates. And everything that we do here is all about, positive vibes, uplifting, encouraging videos for those of y'all who may be, going through your own personal battles, struggles, whatever you're dealing with, difficulties, hardships in life, man. I'm here for you. That's what this is all about. It's not about me. I'm also here for any of you who, you just may feel lost, abandoned, or forgotten. Just remember, you are never abandoned as long as you have God. And I'm here for you, so that's what this channel is for too, for people like that. And also I'm here for those of you, you just may be just looking to better yourself finally. You're really just looking to improve yourself and to make yourself a better person. I'm here for you as well, okay? That's what this is about too. All right, so with all that being said, every time before I get into the topic, I always just share a testimony about myself. And this is for the people who do not know me or know of me or know anything about me or my channel. This is for them, all right? For those of you who have already been with me, y'all already know all this, but I have to tell this every single time just so people can understand about the things that I've survived. Okay, so I've survived absolute, pure hell. My whole life has been almost like a nightmare, and I know the reasons why, but anyway, I've told this story before, but people tried to destroy my entire life, wicked and evil people. I know they did. They tried to bring my bank account down to $0.00. They tried to stop my income, mess up my business. They tried to sabotage me in every way, shape, and form here. Literally, they did all kind of wicked and evil stuff to me, man. Seriously, I'm serious. Like, just all kind of stuff. And they weaponized the Babylon system against me. The business license department and all of that. When I'm out here barely making ends, doing a landscape business with a little Walmart lawnmower, Home Depot equipment and stuff like that. They came after me, terrorized my life. And then and this was all during the pandemic stuff too, man. While all this was going on, this was in the midst of while all that was going on. They was doing this stuff to me, and yeah, man. I mean, I'm sitting here living with my mama, who's 83 years old, and then on September 25th, 2024, my house was shot all up in a drive-by shooting. Me and my mother's house, our little mobile home we're staying in, my house was all shot up in a drive-by shooting. And I still, to this day, do not know who did it. They put bullet holes all in my mama's bedroom walls and in my hallway walls, and in my kitchen wall, and I had to dive bomb in my hallway because I was afraid I was going to die. They literally tried to kill us. That happened on September 25th. That happened on September 25th, 2024 at 11:30 at night. So then we had to stay up the whole night that night because we had to wait for the police to come and everything like that. And then they did the whole report and all of that. We stayed up that whole night till like 1 something in the morning. Then the very next night, we had to survive a Hurricane Helene, and go through the storm with tornado warnings going all off on our phones, scared we was going to die from that again the second time in a row after the first night. And so, like, my whole life has been terrorized, tormented, and traumatized, man. And still to this day, the perpetrator or perpetrators who did what they did have not been caught. And I've told this story before, and I know the reasons why this stuff happened, man. This happened because of me and my Christian rap for Christ Money, which I started way back in 2013, which they've been trying to stop ever since I started it back then. And I've done dropped 5 albums here. I Give God the Glory 1, I Give God the Glory 2, I Give God the Glory 3, Forever Volume 1 and 2. I have my music on my Reverb Nation page for Christ Money Ministry. And you know, ever since back then, they've been trying to take me out. I know they have. I know the forces of evil has been trying to take me out and trying to stop everything that I tried to start back then. And I am almost 100. I say I'm 99.9% positive. That's the reason why all this stuff happened to me in my life. You know, almost like no doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. And I got a pretty good idea of the people who was involved, who did what they did to me, and who was probably part of the shooting. And I could have retaliated, but I didn't have no definitive proof of exactly who the individuals were. So if I got the wrong person, then I would go to prison anyway, and then Satan would win because he would be able to clip my wings, and I would lose anyway, and then I may not even get all the people who was involved. And so I've had to hand all my enemies over to God during this time. And it has been very, very hard on me, man. Like really hard on me, man. Like this has taken a lot of toll on me mentally, emotionally, and everything, man. And I had to cut everybody off. Since like 2023, I had to cut everybody off because I just had to get fake people out of my life who was trying to drag me back down into nonsense and into confusion and chaos, because that's all these people are all about out here, man. These people who are all, you know, on that failure and everything like that, all that negative, you know, drugs, alcohol, all that. So I cleaned my life up. Anyway, I survived all of this stuff, man. And, you know, that's the reason why I'm here and doing all this, really. Really, that's the reason why I'm doing all of this, is because I'm just here for other people, and also to build a network of other people who are on the same vibe as me, and is on positive vibes and trying to, like, better their lives and stuff like that. I'm here for you. And, you know, that's the reason why I came to do this, because I have a deeper appreciation for my life since all this stuff happened, since I survived all this stuff. Like, I just give thanks to God every day that I'm still breathing, that I'm still here, that I'm still alive. I thank God that my mom was alive. I know our guardian angels was protecting us that night of the shooting when it happened, because I was playing my audio Bible when it all happened, when I was getting my basket of laundry off the dryer. And so I know that our guardian angels was watching over us that night and kept us safe. And so I have a deeper appreciation for my life now because of all of this stuff happening, man. So that's the reason why, you know, I'm doing this channel here even more so now. But anyway, without any further ado, man, I'm just going to go ahead and get into the topic today. And, you know, so the topic today is going to be on how they perceived you as a threat, but you wasn't never even threatening nobody, man. You was just being yourself. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. Let's go. All right. And so, like I was saying, they perceived you as to being a threat, but you wasn't never even threatening nobody. As a matter of fact, you the type of person who you wouldn't harm no one. You just doing what you was doing and minding your business and being who you are. And it's crazy to me, man. It's like you do what you love and you get hated for that. You do what you love and you get hated for that. And you're like, well, I guess the way it is that because you're a being of light and you came to shine your light, that's what caused the whole problem. It's like people and the evil people who are in darkness don't like that. They don't like that, okay? That presents a serious problem to them. And so that's the reason why they perceived you as a threat, because I guess really in a way you are a threat, even though you would never threaten nobody or you would never do anything to harm anybody. You're just here to be the truth. That's what you are. You're the walking, talking truth. Because you saw the truth, because the truth was revealed to you through the Most High. Okay? And I've done told this story before, but like I said, man, all these truths were revealed to me from the Most High, and this was because of my desire to seek His face in my life. And this was back since, like, I'd say, like, really it all started in 09. Like, really it all started in 09. I had got off of probation. I had got out of trouble. I saw my life going in a direction headed toward a lot of bad stuff. And so I did the inner work back then, really. And then, I established and started Christ Money. After that, I'd say this must have been about well, really, it was probably 2010 when I first started doing my thing and everything like that, and I left the secular rap. But I didn't really get into it like I did seriously until it must have been 2012, 2013. Anyway, but what I was trying to say was okay, so back then, I could see myself going in a direction where I did not want to go. I could see, and I don't know if that was just because of the spirit that was placed inside of me showing me that, because I believe that just because of when you are a diamond royal or a chosen one, you probably didn't even know it at first. You never knew it, but it's you didn't choose God, but God chose you. So you didn't know it, so you was, you didn't know it at the time. That's what it was God's spirit directing you into the right direction, the direction He wanted you to go. And so that's what was really pushing you away the whole time from that lifestyle that you was in. But you didn't really understand that, but you do now. Well, I do now, and this is for any of you who experienced these similar types of things where you felt that pull back then or whatever, or maybe you're feeling it now again. You're probably one of the people who maybe you're starting to feel that pull now again towards what God has for you in your life. Because see, we all have something that God has for us in our life. It's just that a lot of people bury it under the illusion that they got us all in out here. They bury it, and then they never become who they should be or fulfill their purpose that God has for them or answer the call because God is always calling, you know what I mean? But unless you pick up that call, you ain't gonna be able to start doing what he has for you. So I picked up the call, I'd say probably back in 2009, man. And anyway, you know, like I said before, you know, it was a lot of controversy ever since then. I know that, like, ever since then, that's the reason why I experienced all these things in my life. But you know, back to what I was saying was, that's what caused me to end up becoming like a threat to people who I didn't even know I was threatening. Because once you become a being of light and you start to want to shine the light and tell the truth, and you find out truths, like, which I found out a lot of truths, which I know was revealed to me, because like I said, I was seeking God's face, and I was like seriously like seeking God's face in my life. And then I found out like the truth about like religions and stuff like that and everything like that, because I came from the Mormon faith religion, which is another religion, which is a false religion. And so anyway, and I'm not even going to go too deep into on religions or religion right now, because I don't want to stray too much off the topic. But just back to the topic, like what I was saying though, man, for real, like, you were perceived as a threat, but you wasn't never threatening nobody. I mean, you was just doing what you came to do, what you loved to do, and what you thought was going to help benefit well, you knew it was going to benefit yourself, but you thought it was going to benefit others as well. But you didn't realize that at the time when you came up with this, when you came up with the thought for this, which was like it was like really what it was what you came to do, and it was like the master plan, man. Like you came up with your own master plan of what you was going to do, you know, and you started to do that because you answered the call from the Most High, and you started to do that. But you didn't realize that at the time when you started to do what you came to do, that people was just gonna do what they did and just ignore it and then get threatened by it and then you know see you as a threat and put you into like these little, like, what do you call them, competitions or whatever, secret competitions where you didn't even know you was competing with people. You know, you wasn't never trying to compete with nobody. But see, what had happened was you had just gotten to be like better and better every day. Like you was like, and I say like, I mean, like back in 2013, boy, I tell you, boy, I ain't gonna lie, and your boy ain't trying to brag on himself or nothing like that, but I mean, like, I was doing the dang thing and doing it right. You know what I mean? Like I was in the gym, you know, and I mean, like, I'm just now starting to get kind of back to that level where I was at back then, but I don't know if I'll ever get on that level. Maybe I'll pass or exceed that level again. But it's like, you know you was doing the dang thing, and people could see you was doing the dang thing. And let me tell y'all folks, when you're doing the dang thing and you're doing it right, people got a problem with that, man. And that's what I don't understand, because, you know, I've always been the type of person where I'm like, man, if you're doing the dang thing, you're doing good, man, props to you, man. You know, you great, good thing, good for you. You know, I'm always been that type of person. But you got these people out here, man, which I've learned now, and I found out through all these experiences, that they just be hating, man. They be mad for you when you're doing good. And I don't know why it has to be that way, man. But that really is the way it is, man. So anyway, but I'm not going to take too much time, because I'm coming back around the trail now, back to where I'm about to get into the car and stuff, and I got to do some things today. You know, I got to handle and run errands, and I got to grind, and I got to, you know, get out here. I got things I got to do, man. So anyway, but, you know, you know, I'm back at y'all again today for the walk and talk. I'm glad to be back with y'all again today. And so that was the message for today, man. And that really is the way it was. It's like they perceived you as a threat, which maybe that really is the way it is, because darkness is a threat to because the light is a threat to the darkness is what I mean. But you didn't know that, and you wasn't trying to be a threat to nobody. But anyway, so that's the message today, man. So anyway, man, I hope y'all all are having a good Monday. You know, Monday is the first day of the week, and I know a lot of people, excuse me, you know, y'all just trying to get y'all's week kicked off right. So I hope this helps you today. I hope this helps you kick your day off right. Anyway, till the next video on the next Walk and Talk tomorrow, I'm gonna catch y'all again. Peace.